Hello, everyone. This is Shane from Liberty Under Attack Radio. Been a while since I did a video, so I figured I'd go ahead and do that. Just wanted to kind of lay out some things. Try to, I guess, for those who are still unawakened, make some very obvious revelations that I know that they've seen. They've just never really connected them all together, like I hope to do in this video. So I'll start with saying make sure to check out Liberty Under Attack Radio on fprnradio.com. FPRN is a fantastic network, lots of great hosts, lots of great shows, and we are on every Sunday from 6 to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Definitely recommend you check it out. Also recommend you check out libertyunderattack.com. That is my website. A lot of good information on there, and it's actually getting added to more frequently now, since I'm getting more views on the site. So it's a good thing, definitely a good thing. Definitely check out endtheterrorwar.tumblr.com. This is Matt's site. So much documentation on here. This is a lifetime of research on his blog alone. So definitely check that out. He focuses on the war on terror and the terror industrial complex. So if that interests you, or you want to learn more about it, that's the place that you need to do that at. We'll also mention, check out, I don't have it up, but go like Facebook, facebook.com/LUA-truth. Again, that's facebook.com/LUA-truth. That is the LUA page for Facebook, and we are 2 likes away from 100. Not a huge milestone, but hitting 100 will definitely be a good place to be at, a good starting point. So definitely go check that out. Also, I will mention, which I don't have this up now, which I don't know why I didn't, but definitely check out the Liberty Under Attack shop. A lot of great stuff here. For those of you that love Bill Cooper as much as I do, this is the place for you. Also, if you're one of the ones that likes to wear what you believe loud and proud, you got a Fuck the New World Order shirt, so there you go. If you are against Freemasonry, you got one of those too, against the Act of 1871. If you want to restore our organic constitutional republic, there's something there for everybody, and it does help support the radio show. So that's definitely appreciate any support. Financially as well as just morally, so definitely appreciate that. Also, I want to plug Matt started his contributions to the libertyunderattack.com website. This is his page. It's right next to the welcome tab, and this is the first series that he's doing, and it's a weekly 5 will be added every week, 5 or so depending on the week. But basic questions about the war on terror. Some will get more in depth later on in the series, but he answers them all with documentation. So I definitely recommend everyone check that out. So again, if you're interested in the war on terror, this is a good place to start. So I guess kind of what I want to do with this video is, like I said, some basic revelations laid out in a way that will get people to think. My only goals are for people to know what freedom really is. A lot of people think they're free today, which is total bullshit. We aren't free today. We haven't been free for a long time. Probably not since my parents have been born. Probably not since my grandparents have been born. We haven't been free in this country for a long, long time. One thing I really strive heavily to do is show people what freedom truly is. Give them truth that can be documented. It's extremely important. Today's society, we have to make sure that we are right, and if we are wrong, we better come out and say that we're wrong and correct it, because the truth is all that matters. Freedom cannot exist without truth. So, as a lot of you probably know, things are very wrong in America and all over the world. We live in a demoralized society, a selfish society. It doesn't matter if what you're doing is right, as long as it's the cool thing to do. As so many people follow now, they follow the trends. We live in a selfish society, if we can get ahead ourselves, well, not considering what it's doing to the other person, whether it be stealing, whether it be rape, whether it be murder, whatever it may be, no matter how small or insignificant it may seem, no matter how devastating it could be, such as murder. Every action that you take has an impact on the world and someone else. We need to start thinking about that. We really do. We need to start considering every other human being as a human being. That's sad when I have to say that. That's really sad. But we live in an entirely socialist country. We do. We really do. I promise. So this is a very good place. It lists out the 10 planks of the Communist Manifesto. A couple of these were instituted. One was a central banking system, which I don't know where it is on this list. Yeah, centralization of credit in the hands of the state by means of a national bank with state capital and exclusive monopoly. That was started in 1913 with the Federal Reserve Act. That's probably the biggest plank in a socialist society, is a central bank. The next one, which we've had for quite a while, is a heavy progressive or graduated income tax. That is a socialist idea. And just so you know, the 16th Amendment was never legally ratified. Never. There is no law saying that you have to pay income tax. There is none. Don't stop paying income tax, but there is no law that says you have to do it. We live in a complete socialist country. We really do. And the fact that people don't even... America, the land of the free, the land of democracy. Yeah, the land of democracy. You know what democracy leads to? Socialism. Democracy is the road to socialism. That's Karl Marx. Democracy is indispensable to socialism. Vladimir Lenin. So yeah, we definitely do live in a democratic society, and quit flaunting that like it's a good thing, because it's not. It is not. Let's get serious. The family aspect is deteriorating in this country. Look at the divorce rate today compared to 50 years ago. Divorce is a really, really common thing. It used to be like, oh my god, they're divorced. Today it's just like, oh yeah, they divorced a couple years ago. No big deal. Happens all the time. How many children do you see going into the foster system? Their parents just give them up. That goes right back to the demoralized society. The family aspect is deteriorating. That is another aspect of socialism, infiltration by secret societies. This stuff isn't happening by coincidence. It's not. It's not. It's really not. The education system is shit. It is. Yes, Common Core blows, but the education system was shitty a long time before that. Definitely shitty a long time before that. I would even argue that, say, the 1901 and forward, I'd like to argue that they may have had a little better of education, but it was still shit. The farther we get through history, the more those that are guiding history are erased from history. And that's one of the major reasons why our school system is shit. It's because there is no truth in the schooling system. It is brainwashing propaganda. Follow in line, raise your hand, obey authority. That's what it's there for. And it's there to make you a good slave. It is. And one of the biggest ways to measure that is when you ask a high schooler, what do you want to do with your life? I'm like, I want to go to University of Illinois. I want to get a really good job. I want to work for State Farm. That's it. You don't want to be happy. You don't want to I mean, I don't know. It's extremely. It's the path of a slave that's been designed. That's what modern schooling system is today. It's getting you on a good path to be a good slave. And that's the truth. We live in a world where the worldwide economy is a fraudulent system. It truly is. And there's a Rolling Stone article. I think it was Rolling Stone. I hope it is. That it was a very long expose, a very long documented article, and it was very did a very good job at showing the truth that the entire world economy is rigged, because it is. The entire world economy is a fraudulent system, as it was designed to be. Well, let's touch on America. The American economy was designed to fail. It was designed to destroy the middle class. It was designed to redistribute the wealth. You know what that is? I know you know what that is. It's socialism. Yay, democracy. Yay, socialism. Destroying the middle class, making everyone dependent on the government. I think it was a year ago, it was like 51% of Americans were dependent on food aid, some sort of food aid from the government. Completely absurd. Completely absurd. Daddy's got to feed you now. He's got to make sure you obey his rules, or you're not going to get fed. But well, we live in a police state that now murders over 1,000 American citizens a year. That is what you call a police state, a national police force. A lot of Department of Homeland Security intervention, whether it be through militarized vehicles, LRADs, the tanks that they like to bring out occasionally, the riot gear. So wrong. So wrong. I definitely recommend you check out the first. It's at the very end of the first LUA radio show on FPRN. We define homeland, or we define battlefield. I apologize. We define battlefield. The battlefield now includes the United States, includes the entire world. The entire world is a battlefield, which means the homeland, America, is too, and that's very evident to see when you look at this police state, this national police force, which at some point later on we will touch on that. Goes back to the LEAA back in the mid 70s, early 80s. It was planned. It was a planned police state. The war on drugs goes hand in hand with that, and we will get into that in a future show. We've got a lot of stuff planned to talk about, and it's not something you can afford to miss. I assure you. A few of these things haven't been discussed on air since Bill Cooper was on the radio, and history is important. Those who don't know history are doomed to repeat it, and that is the truth. We live in a world where a natural plant that can cure and treat most diseases is illegal. And of course I'm talking about marijuana. Thank you, war on drugs. Thank you, Nancy Reagan, and also Nixon, for instituting this bullshit idea. Bullshit idea. We live in a world where depopulation is the theme, and people don't even realize it. I don't know how you feel about vaccines, but regardless of what you think the science behind it is, this is the truth, and Bill Gates says it. Please don't try to justify this by saying you're taking it out of context or whatever the hell you sheep will say. Quote, this is from a TED Talk that Bill Gates was, I think he was a host of. I haven't watched the entire thing, because I don't need to. I don't want to hear a word of this gobbledygook bullshit that comes out of his mouth. Eugenicist. Quote, the world today is 6.8 billion people. That's heading up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%. End quote. About 1 billion people. 1 billion people. I want to touch on this article as well, as I want to bring Warren Buffett and all of the other eugenicists into the mix. This was back in 2009, yeah. Probably around May 19th, 2009, somewhere around there. I don't know the exact date. Quote, last week's meeting of the great and the good, or the richest and the richer, was bound to draw criticism. The New York meeting of billionaires Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Rockefeller, Eli Broad, George Soros, Ted Turner, Oprah, Michael Bloomberg, and others were described by the Chronicle of Philanthropy as an informal gathering aimed at encouraging philanthropy. Just a few billionaires getting together for drinks and dinner and a friendly chat about how to promote charitable giving. Yeah, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. There was no agenda. It's when the richest of the rich meet together in secret. They couldn't possibly be trying. They couldn't possibly be conspiring against you. Oh no. They love you. They love you. Your government loves you. So, an article in the Times of London, headlined "Billionaire Club and Bid to Curb World Population," said the issues discussed in a top-secret meeting included healthcare, education, and by far the most controversial, slowing the global population growth. Taking their cue from Gates, they agreed that overpopulation was a priority, the article said, adding that this could result in a challenge to some third-world politicians who believe contraception and female education weaken traditional values. Let's see if there are any good gems from this article. Regardless, just wanted to bring that in there into the mix. The theme of depopulation is definitely very prevalent in today's society. Just look at the war on terror. Madeleine Albright thinks killing 500,000 children by Western sanctions is she thinks it's worth it. How many cities across the Middle East have been destroyed? How many innocent people have been killed in the name of terror that our government? I'm not gonna. Never mind. Back up. Your government. They don't represent me. Your government funds. They fund these terrorist groups. They create them. They give them guns. They give them chemical weapons. They give them all sorts of goodies so that they can kill more effectively. And then we go and fight them. Then we go and fight the enemies that we created. It's crazy, truly crazy. And lastly, we live in a world where documented truth is ridiculed. It's ridiculed. I can't tell you how many times I've gone on to Facebook pages and groups, and when someone's so wrong about something, whether usually it's political when I decide to go in on these things, but you post all the documentation in the world, give them a good, you give them it's chronological order, you give them a great line of research to go down. But within 20 seconds, you've got 20 people just berating you and attacking your life. I think they had 20 seconds enough time to check out 5 or 6 articles. I doubt it. They didn't even look at them. We live in a world where documented truth is ridiculed, and previously held beliefs, matter more than the truth. That is cognitive dissonance, my friends. We'll end by quoting George Orwell. Quote, "In a time of universal deceit, telling the truth is a revolutionary act." And it surely is. Been quite a few journalists, quite a few radio hosts, quite a few so on and so forth that have been killed because of the truth. This is why I recommend everyone check out Liberty Under Attack Radio. We're going to touch on all of these extremely heavily, and a lot more, I assure you. There's 5,000 to 6,000 years of history that we have to dig through. Bill Cooper started it, but he is gone now, and there needs to be people that will pick up where he left off. So definitely check out Liberty Under Attack Radio on fprnradio.com Sundays 6 to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Definitely the Liberty Under Attack page on Facebook. It's facebook.com/LUA Truth. And also go to libertyunderattack.com. All of the links to all of our various pages are on there. If you want to get in contact with me, I put my Skype number up there, and that will come to my phone and to Skype. Definitely get in contact with me. And on top of that, Shane at libertyunderattack.com. Ship me an email if you want to. I'm not hiding. I'm right here. I'm in Central Illinois, and I'm not hiding. So definitely check out Liberty Under Attack Radio on FPRN. The first couple broadcasts are definitely great. Next week, or this week actually, rather, last night, Ralph Epperson brought a lot to the table. A very good introduction as to what's going to be discussed next week. We'll have Robert Bruce and Jay Cooper will be back on Liberty Under Attack Radio, and we'll be discussing in depth secret societies. We'll be just a couple topics that I've decided to cover. We'll be covering the back of the dollar bill, the Masonic founding of this nation. We'll cover a lot of good subjects that are definitely important, definitely critical that you understand them. Because those who don't know history are doomed to repeat it. And we have surely been doomed. So guys, thank you for watching. LibertyUnderAttack.com. Make sure to check out Liberty Under Attack Radio on FPRNradio.com. All of the links will be below. Get in contact with us. Call into the show, whatever it may be. We want to talk to you guys. So, that's all I have to say for now. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully it pissed you off, raised some sort of emotion. That was the goal. Hopefully made you think a little bit. That was also the goal. So, hope you guys have a great evening, great morning, wherever you are, whenever you're listening to this. See ya.
This is Liberty Under Attack Radio, hosted by Shane and Matt. Your place for documented truth and where freedom is the only agenda. We must end the terror war.